All right, so this one is, now we're into circles, angles, arcs, number 2. Circles, angles, arcs, whoops, arcs, number 2. Okay, this is arcs, wow, this is getting bad. Arcs by chord. All right, what is a chord? Otherwise spelled, look at how it's spelled. If I didn't know it was chord, how would I pronounce it? Chord. I'd say chord. Are you with me? CH. It's a CH. It's actually pronounced chord with a K. K-O-R-D, right? That's how it's pronounced. But if I didn't know, I would say chord. So this is arcs by chord. All right? So what's an arc by chord? What is a chord? Anybody remember? We studied chords like way back last semester, like months and months ago. Okay, here's, tell me the difference in this. Here's a circle. Here's the center. What's the name of this line? Diameter. Notice that the diameter goes side to side through the center. But if a line goes from side to side, but not through the center, guess what it is? It is a chord. And so it could be there, it could be there, it could be there, it could be a lot of places. Anything from side to side, not through the center, is a chord. Right? Now there's other things you'll learn. If it goes side to side but keeps going out of one, that's a secant. S-E-C-A-N-T. All right, which these all go back if you remember them, so this is a chord. So let's say we have a circle. Here's the center, and we have a chord and a chord. See the two chords? They're not passing through the center, but they're going side to side, and otherwise they're lines. They're perfectly straight, infinitely thin. They're segments, okay, technically speaking, because they end at the sides, right? And there could be points here, right? Okay, where's the arcs involved? There's an arc we're interested in here, and there's an arc we're interested in here. Okay, everybody say chord. Chord. And everybody say arc. Arc. Right? You're trying to come away with what's the vocabulary of this unit, and this is some of the base vocabulary. So let's say that the arc has a measure here, and there's a couple examples they give us. Oh, they give us a formula. They say A, this is arc A, this is arc B, and the interior angle here they call C. That's the measure from here to here, the rotation, the angle. And they label the center of the circle, and they give us a formula. These angles are related like this. A plus B divided by 2 equals C. If you take two numbers, A and B, and you divide them by 2, what are you finding? And I'll give you another example if that doesn't jump into your mind. If you had 3 numbers and you add them together and divide them by 3, what are you finding? Okay, let's go to 4. If you have 4 numbers and add them together and divide by that many numbers, 4, what are you finding? I'm doing a really bad job of this. Okay, if you have 4 grades and you add them all up, and then you divide them by 4, what are you finding? GPA is a grade, a GPA, tell me what GPA stands for. Grade, point average. Oh. I'm going for average. Yeah, I'm going for average. So if you have 2 numbers and you divide by 2, this is the average of those 2 angle measures. Are you following me? Sorry, this is really bad. I'm not doing a good job at all. If you can't follow, then I say it's my fault, okay? So let's take an example. Here's a circle. Here's the center. We're not going through the center. It's 2 chords. And let's drop in the example in the notes, they do 50 degrees and 40 degrees, all right? If this is 50 degrees, and that's the measure of the arc here. So if this did go back to the center, this would be 50 in here, right? But we can't use that to go here. It's different now. You see the difference between the central angle of the prior lesson and now the angle between where the chords intersect in the interior of the circle. right? So if this is 50 and this is 40 degrees, how much is this measurement here? Are you thinking? Are you calculating? This is 50. This arc is 40. This arc is 50. What's the measure of this interior angle here?
45.
Are you still calculating? Just because you hear an answer, don't stop calculating. Do your own calculation, okay? You got to force yourself to do that. Teachers try to do this wait time. You know what wait time is? We try to get students not to say the answer yet so everybody can think. What we find is when one student says the answer, everybody's like, oh, we got the answer, we're done. You know what I mean? And so students need to, if it happens in a class, which it's hard for me to manage, right? For me to go, wait for it, right? It's more fun to go yell it out, right? That's the way we like it. But don't stop thinking because I need you and you and you and you and you and you to come to your own measurement. Did you do it, Shaolin? What are you going to do? Tell me. Talk to me. Look at the pattern.
50 plus 40 over 2.
Keep going. Just do it. 50 plus 40 is?
Is 90.
Divided by 2 is?
35.
Almost. Think again. You're under pressure. I'm putting you under severe pressure right now. Good. And you're doing a good thing. Look. Remember what your brain does, right?
45.
Good. And you know that. Why couldn't your brain think of it? I know why. Okay, what are the 3 F's? What's the amygdala do to you? When you're under pressure, what's your brain do? The 3 F's.
Freeze.
Freeze. That's one of them. And that's kind of what you did. Your brain stopped working right there. It knows how to do that math. You with me? It froze because you're under pressure. This is what anxiety does to us. It puts us into the dinosaur brain. Are you with me? This is how you see students. It's unfair for me to go, what's the answer? What's the answer? What's the answer? Right? It's unfair. It puts you right here. You can't function. What's the other one? What's another F? Freeze? What? Freeze? Flight. Or you might say flee, right? Run away. That's another one. And what? And fight. That's it. Those are the 3 F's of the amygdala, which I can't spell, but I know it's the dinosaur brain. That's the way we've survived our entire existence, apparently, right? We go into freeze, flight, or fight. It saves us. In this moment, though, you got to wait a second to get your brain out of that and to go back into the thinking mode, right? That's what's happening. That's what's bad about tests in school. Students go into this mode, right? You know the pressure of a test. You feel the anxiety. That puts you in this mode. I like your strategy was, give me an aid that allowed you to think a second. Are you with me? Okay, who didn't get it yet? Marisol, you got it? What is it?
It's
45. Did you all calculate it? Go back and calculate it if you didn't. Did you do it, Sophia? Do you know why it's 45? So, outside, 2 arcs, add them up. What's 50 and 40?
90.
Divided by 2.
35.
Close?
45?
Yes. Okay. Bingo. Right here. That's 45 degrees. By the way, if this is 45, what's this one right here? I really want you to remember this.
45.
It's also 45 because these, if you go way back, this is back last semester, across from each other are vertical angles and they're equal. They're not vertical in this case, they're horizontal, but that's the name of them. So if this is 20, this is? You with me? And then you just do 360 to find out the other two, and you can know all those in an intersecting set of lines or segments. Okay. How am I doing on time? Pretty good, but I'm running out. Let's do one more quickly. 80, 70, question mark. All right, here we go. This one's going to be quick. 80, 70, question mark. Did I do it like in the notes? I want to do it like in the notes. 80, 70, question mark. This is a 70 right here. How do I set this up? Are you figuring it out? How are you figuring it out? Are you thinking about it? Think about it. I know what we do sometimes. We're like, I'm not going to think about it, so I don't have to see if I can't do it. Try to think about it. Try to think about it. Make your brain do it. What? Are you using this? Are you going back what we did? Whatever this is, can't you just multiply this by 2? We divided it by 2, so can't you multiply this by 2? What's 2 times 45? Oh, almost got it. Did I mess it up? Did I distract you? What's it got to be, Sophia? What's this got to be? If this is 70, this is 80, what's it got to be? How'd you do that?
Because 70 times 2 is 140.
Good.
And then 140 minus 80 is
Yes. Did you follow that? Because we went 40 and 50 is 90 divided by 2 is 45. Now you got to go backwards. 70 times 2 is 140 minus the 80 you know, that's got to be 60 because you had to add them up, divide them by 2 to get this. You can multiply this by 2, subtract this one to get it back. Fair enough? Okay.